And eventually some of it will set in sedentary in your being. You feel me? And that's the real key to this thing because, boys will hear it and then they'll stop and they think they had got the knowledge, but it's not about the knowledge, it's about the wisdom overtaking your body so you can just be the understanding. You feel me? So when you be this understanding, that's really what's going to drop the world on you. And that's what Joe Dispenza was talking about last time. He was talking about just being the being principle. You feel me? Instead of just thinking and acting or reacting, just this being principle that it is. What's up? Who else snuck in? Violin Girl, Shayla, Stephanie, what's good? Tasha, what's up? Larry, Kwame, Jock, what's good? What's good? What's good? Divine I am. Let's get it on. Cash, Brianna, we in this thing, man. CQ, what's up, baby? Ain't seen you in a while, CQ. Where the hell is I just thought I seen Zeus because I meant to ask him something. All right, let's get it on. Going from thinking straight, I'm on page 140. 140. Let's get it, let's go back a little bit so we can drive this thing home and get it in. It says going from thinking straight to being, a prelude to meditation. Thinking straight to being, a prelude to meditation. Going from thinking to doing to being is a progression that we've all experienced many times, whether it was when we learned to be a driver, a skier, a knitter, or a person to whom speaking a second language has become second nature. Now let's talk about one of the evolution's great gifts to us as humans, the ability to go from thinking to being without taking any physical action. Said another way, we can create a new state of being ahead of having an actual material experience. We do this all the time, and it's not a case of fake it till you make it. For example, you have a sexual fantasy in which you inwardly experience all the thoughts, feelings, and actions you look forward to when your partner returns from a trip. You're so present with your internal experience that your body is chemically altered and responds as if that future event is already upon you in that exact moment. You have moved into a new state of being. Similarly, with whether you're mentally rehearsing the speech you're going to give, reminding yourself how you're going to handle the confrontation that you need to have with your coworker, or imagining what you want to eat when you're really hungry but stuck in traffic. And in each case, you're thinking about that to this exclusion of everything else. Your body will begin to physiologically move into a state of being just by thought alone. So this is interesting. I was watching what's the guy's name? Deon Cole yesterday. Deon Cole, the comedian, yesterday, and I was watching some of his old tapes. You feel me? When he was just kind of starting out in comedy, and then I watched some of his new stuff. And boy, that nigga, he's still funny. He was still funny, old and new, regardless. But you can see the transformation in his being, in the way he smiles, and the way he looks at the crowd, and the way he's actually just become a professional comedian. You feel me? Stand-up comedian. So it's a beautiful thing because back then he was bigger, more chunkier, trying to figure this thing out. He knows he had something inside of him, but he didn't realize, he didn't really realize what it took to actually be that being. You feel me? So he just kept on doing it over and over and over again. And eventually he transformed his mind, body, and spirit into the Deon Cole we see today, doing commercials, more healthier, more livelier. You feel me? Nigga, I seen this nigga we went to see him in stand-up. This nigga blew me away. He really turned up and turned out in the aspect of him delivering this comedy show that he was delivering to us, and giving us the plays of saying, hey, this is about consciousness. Essentially, that's what he was saying. He was like, man, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I just kept, so he was in the space of teaching and being funny at the same time. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, he was using that notepad on stage. That shit was great. That shit was a genius idea for him to actually figure it, creatively get into his bag to, it's like a tool to play in this tactic. Like, I'm still trying to figure this thing out, to where now he let go of the notepad. Ha, chaos in the blood, baby. That's good, Cash. Straight up and down, because you already know he was using that notepad, as a play for, like, this is part of my joking thing. But in all actuality, he was actually just studying himself, right? Even though he wasn't physically writing nothing down, he was spiritually studying himself, writing down these spiritual notes to gain more insight on who he was.